Hello everyone, welcome back to Easy Education London, and this is our predictions for the EDEXCEL English Literature paper taking place this Monday. Now, before we get started, don't forget to press the subscribe button, like and share our videos as it does help our channel grow. And also we are going to do a giveaway at 10k subs, 10,000 subs. So do share our channel as we do plan to do a massive giveaway. And thank you all for your continuous support. It has been absolutely amazing. So do continue to share our channel. So what I will be doing in this video is essentially going over the walkthrough and also how to answer the questions for your exam this Monday. As you know, it's your last and final literature exam. So we're going to look at some important tips and how to prepare and do really well in this exam. So let's have a look at it in further detail. So as you can see, I've shared a past paper, and the exam itself will be the last and final paper for literature. You'll have a 19th century novel, which you've studied in school, and you'll have your poetry section as well, including a seen and unseen as well. So let's have a look at it in further detail. So remember to read the instructions. I know it sounds so simple, but you'll be surprised how students forget to read the questions and they forget and make silly mistakes. So hang on, what is happening and what do you need to do? First of all, you have 3 questions to answer. 1 question from section A, 1 question from section B, part 1, and also question 11 in section B, part 2. And the extracts and poems for use with section A and B are in this paper. So depending on what you've studied in school, you'd know what question number you need to answer on what page. So for section A, the 19th century novel, you've got Jane Eyre, you've got Great Expectations, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, whatever. The list goes on. So for example, if you are studying, let's say, A Christmas Carol in school, so your question will be on page number 10, okay? And then for section B, for poetry, your anthology, if you're doing conflict, remember you will answer questions on page 20. And also, you all need to answer unseen poetry. That would be on page 24. Sounds simple, but you'd be surprised how some students accidentally answered the wrong question, okay? So you don't want to make these silly mistakes in your exams. So let's have a look at it in further detail. So starting off with section A, so if I go to the Christmas Carol question, so that's literally, if I slide here, question number 4. So it's worth 40 marks. For part A, it's worth 20. And for part B is worth 20 marks. So what do I have to do? What do you need to do to achieve the highest possible marks? Of course, you have to analyze language, structure and form. Your analysis needs to be in detail, in depth, and also you should try to provide perceptive analysis, because that's what will allow you to score the highest possible marks. And when you are going through the poem, look out for things like imagery, look out for things like adjectives, look out for things like verbs, look out for things like personification. The exam board have given you an extract or a poem where you should be able to identify these. And again, once you've identified those can be used as a base for you to write your answer. And then for part B, it will be the entire novel. Okay, so elsewhere, as you can see, the word elsewhere. So you need to be able to refer to relevant quotes that you can use. And also ask yourself, what is the significance of the character and the events, and how long should you spend on this question? You're looking to spend around 50 to 55 minutes on this question. So it is 40 marks, which is still a lot of marks, and you need to make sure your answers are detailed, it's perceptive, and you look at it from multiple angles. See if you can provide analysis which is perceptive, which is detailed, and see if you can provide alternative interpretations as well. So that's your section B for your Christmas Carol. And then if I switch over to your poetry, section A, I'm getting confused because of all the exam boards. That was section A. Now section B is your poetry anthology, which is the scene which you've covered. So let's say if you have covered conflict, you will have 1 poem, and you will be asked to compare. Okay, so for example, here we've got a poison tree. So it says, reread A Poison Tree, choose one other poem from the conflict anthology, compare how anger is presented in the 2 poems. In your answer, you should consider the poet's use of language, form and structure, and also influence of the context in which the poems were written, and that's worth 20 marks. So importantly, you need to be specific. Because time is of the essence, you want to be specific for this question and focus on the effect. That's how you would achieve the higher marks. Focus on the effect of language, structure, things like that. How long should you spend? Around 30 to 35 minutes on this question. If you need to plan, that's completely fine as well. And the last and final question will be your unseen poetry, which you will be provided with. It will be a poem which you haven't looked at before. And before you actually start answering the question, you need to ask yourself these questions. What is the poem about? What are the similarities? What are the differences? Language, structure and form. Is there anything to comment on? There will always be something to comment on. So the exam board have purposely given you a poem which has examples of these, otherwise they wouldn't give it. And also, remember for this question, no context is required because you haven't studied this previously. So that is something for you to use. If you are struggling with unseen poetry, do consider using the acronym which I've taught my students, which is called SMILE, as you can see. And if you use SMILE, hopefully in the exam, you will be able to smile and use this to help you answer the question. If you haven't watch the video, do go through our playlist or go through our videos, our recent videos for unseen poetry. I think it's called like a cheat sheet for unseen poetry, and you can use that in preparation for your exams. So that is it for this video. Thank you all for watching. I do appreciate the continuous support. It has been amazing. And this is for the EDEXCEL exam board. We do have plenty more videos on the way for EDEXCEL, so do stay subscribed. And also do give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok for more. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like and share for more. Thank you.